Hello everyone. Today I'm back with the third Linux lesson, which I promised it will be a presentation and basic Linux command. We will use the virtual machine side by side of this presentation to have a full practical knowledge, and people those have never used the Linux before, they will find out um, about the difference between Linux command and the window command, and it will be a good practice for them to use the Linux command while we are learning about Linux. So yeah, let's start. People those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, and people those already joined me from previous lessons, please comment, like, dislike, share, and that will be my feedback, and I will improve myself in the future lessons. Okay then, guys. um, YouTube channel is Tajinder, and Tech Info is my favorite is where you can find me. Of course, in the YouTube channel Tajinder, there is other non-educational video as well, but in the Tech Info, that is specifically for the technical education side of it. So you will find, if you type third space in the and then Tech Info, you will find my videos and you can navigate through. Each video um, will have the uh, link for the connecting video. So if it's three video together, the first video and second video, or first video and third video links will be in the video 2, and same as vice versa for the other two videos. Right, okay, let's start, guys. So I just gonna keep this open on this side. I think that should be all right for you guys, because I don't want to go like proper presentation side. So I think this is a better way of doing it. So topic we're gonna cover is, guys, the topic we're gonna talk about Linux, introduction, architecture, navigating, um, navigating resource management, key files, folder, file format, security, vulnerability, commands, and bit of readings. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you guys too much. That's why this lesson, it will be a quick, short, sharp. Get out through the way, because you guys already know how to install the virtual machine for Linux. You know how to put that virtual machine to the internet in the lesson 2, and this lesson 3 is a basic command, because you will learn more commands. You can google more commands while you actually get hands on the Linux machine, and I think that's the best way of doing it. So let's go. Okay, introduction. So Linux is from Unix. Okay, so Unix is developed at the Bell Lab, mid late 1960. Unix philosophy, creating small, modular, utilizing that do not do one thing and do it well. So, you know, do it do it once, do it properly. Okay. There are different numerous utilities, and this language is originally rooted in the assembly language and then rewritten in C in 1973. Um, in Unix, everything is file. Everything is file. So every single bit will be treated as a file. Happy? Unix system. Unix system, like operating system, is one of that behaves in a manner similar to the Unix system. Whilst not necessarily conforming to or being certified to any version of the single Unix specification, a set of standard that must be adhered to if any operating system is to carry the Unix name. Okay, so now we talk about the Linux. Linux is inspired by the Mimix, um, which is mainly used by the university in the United States. Open source Unix-like programming, Unix-like operating system. So Unix and Linux, they all are open source, and there are Unix Linux community those develop the software. There are some paid one, but that's for, again, for the specifically designed for the specific company or specific purpose. But most of the Unix and Linux operating system are open source, out from the shelf. Okay, the first release Linux in 1991, followed on the GNU utilizing software and library from the GNU project. Okay, so this is the basic infrastructure for the Unix system. So as you can see on the top, there is a time 2010, 2000, 1990, 1990, 1997. So if you see here, Unix, and then if you can see go further down, you have Mac operating system. What does that mean then? So that means Apple is originally from the Unix, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. Um, so you can see starter like after 1970 and go all the way up, and nowadays you might not notice it. Most of the servers are Linux, Unix based. Okay, there are not many Windows servers out there. So it's mostly Linux and Unix. Okay, so Linux distributions, as you can see, a number of different distributions available. The we using the Ubuntu. This is where we creating all the videos. But there is a Fedora, Linux Mint, open source, and Debana. Okay, booting Linux. So like a window have a post. So power on switch test, and then we have BIOS, and then in the BIOS we have the BIOS hand over the configuration file, copy the configuration file um, from the ROM to the hard drive, right? So it's sort of similar here. So it's a replaced Linux loader, LILO, Linux loader, offers choice of how to boot the Linux. You have a choice how you want to boot it. Support all the Unix file system, support FAT and NTFS. Support network booting as well, so you can boot from the network. Um, can use Linux to bypass encrypted Microsoft Windows logins. So you know you can bypass if there's unencrypted window logins, you can bypass them via Linux. So boot Linux, read NTFS data. This is how you wanna boot. So if I go back again, it says offer offer choice how to boot Linux. See, if you go in front, you have this one. This is you can choose how you wanna boot it. Happy? Linux developer, Linux desktop. There are different Linux desktop. I will give the example of these two: KDE Project and GNOME. These desktop environment is able to sit on top most distribution of the Linux. So Ubuntu version 18 comes with GNOME version 3, and Linux Mint come with the KDE. So I think that's a bit more understandable for you guys again. um, Linux architecture. So here we are. So you go user around, and then you go application, shell, kernel, and the hardware. I hope that's a straight away. If you are a window user and you know how window works, you straight away you got information here. Happy? Okay, right. So you should be um, all right with this. Next one is Linux kernel. Again, window kernel, and you got Linux kernel. The basic principle is approximately same for these. Linux kernel is a window kernel owned by Microsoft and not from the open source. But in the Linux, the Linux kernel is developed by the Linux True and it's open source, which is really good because only the window is selling their stuff. Linux is not. Yes, Linux, there are some Linux enterprise stuff, but um, for as compared to Windows, I won't say Windows is just actually making money, not the Linux. Right? Okay. Um, Linux. Then you got shell. So in CLI, which is a command line interpreter, there are different type of shell. So if we talk about the bash. Bash is again is a shell. Corn shell is for the inexperienced users, and yes, shell is for the public experience users. Just remember that, and we will discuss more about this. So there are a couple of commands are over here. Um, Linux command history. So to find out how the how the command works, how the basic commands, we will use this command called history. So let's go back to your Linux machine, which we created earlier. I hope that is open in your end as well. So here we go. So we got this, and if I type history over here, let me go. Here we go. I think that's better for you guys. Yeah. So if I type history and I press enter, this is what I've done so far. So I ping to Google Network, ping via www.google.com, ping via 8.8.8, which is the Google IP address, and then I ping to one of the IP address, and then I put the history command. So just tell me what I done on this machine so far from this morning. Happy? Okay, let's go. Uh, Next one is manual. So that's another command. It's called manual. If I go back again and I put sorry MUL or man, right? Okay, yeah. So you got manual, which command is not recognized by this version, but it depends which version you're using again. So when you put man and they say what manual page do you want, so if we go back, right, if we go back and over here it say men space grip, right? So if I go back, grip, and here we are. So how many pages we have is depend how many pages you want. If you keep hitting the space bar, that's the number of pages you have. And in the manual you got all the commands here, you know what I mean. You can search on Google, but all the commands here, and press Q, it quit everything, you come back to this place. Happy? So I hope you get this, but you know what we're trying to do here. Okay, there's a different there is a exit command and there is echo command. um, if you type echo high, it will say hi. Just echo command. There is an exit command. You exit from the CLI. Happy? You control LT and you bring back this. Happy? So hope you get that. So exit from, exit from the CLI. Just type exit. You get out from there. Okay, and we just type history to find out what we've done so far. Happy? So these all the commands are here. So make sure we know what we're doing from this morning. Okay, so in the shutdown, if I press this, it will shut down the machine itself. Okay, let's do it. So shutdown call for Monday. This is shutdown C to cancel. So it will shut down in a couple of seconds. But if I do this, it will cancel it. Happy? Yeah. So press the up arrow again and go to history. So this is what we've done again so far. Happy? You happy? You are with me? Yeah. So far, these commands are good. So you got history command, you got manual, you got echo hit, exit, shutdown, and cancel shutdown. Happy? Right. Let's go next. Um, we've done the exercise. Just shown you guys, so shouldn't be any drama. Navigating Ubuntu. So a complex Linux operating system. Ubuntu is a complex. That's what we're using so far. In first lesson, I have taking you guys through the navigation, but the purpose of this lesson, I will take you through the navigation again, just because the new people join us, they might not have the idea what to do. So this will be a good region for you guys and good show around for them and good learning for them as well. So it's free available for with both community and professional support. Like I said, professional support mean the enterprise edition. So there we go. If we go back, so go back to this. So let's quickly show around for the people those joined us. Um, Over here, all the apps. These are the favorites. So if you like one of the app, you right click and you bring it to the favorites. So that will stay here. So these are like a Firefox. For your files, your anything notes or software, or this is a terminal. The terminal is open is this here. Okay, so what we can do, okay, one sec, what we can do, if I cancel this, that terminal is gone from here, isn't it? So if I do Control Alt T, that terminal is here now. So because that terminal is here, what I can do is